They filmed it. They edited it. They published it to millions of followers. And then, in a panic, they scrubbed it from the internet like it never happened. But it did happen, and by the time the WNBA realized what they'd done, it was already too late to take it back. Stick around, because by the end of this video you're going to understand exactly why a $400 handshake bet between two of the league's biggest stars turned into one of the most embarrassing self-inflicted messes in recent sports history, and why the league's own response to it might be the most telling part of the whole story. Before we get into it, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we cover the stories other channels are too scared to touch, and you don't want to miss what's coming later in this video. The video that should have never been posted. It started, innocently enough, at a practice session during the WNBA's All-Star Weekend in Chicago. Head coach Becky Hammon was running a shooting competition, handing out cash prizes to the winners. Atlanta Dream forward Angel Reese walked away from that competition with $400 in $100 bills in her hand. That's when things took a turn. Standing nearby was Dallas Wings guard Paige Bueckers. In a moment that was almost certainly meant to be nothing more than friendly trash talk between two of the league's most marketable young stars, Reese floated the idea of putting that $400 on the line, a bet on which of their two teams would come out on top when the Dream and the Wings squared off after the All-Star break. It was casual. It was filmed on someone's phone. And for a few days, it looked like nothing more than a fun, personality-driven moment between two players the league desperately wants fans to fall in love with. Then the WNBA's own social media team got involved. When the league itself lit the match. Ahead of Wednesday night's matchup between the Dream and the Wings, the official WNBA account posted a video referencing that exact wager. The caption played it for laughs, "We did," followed by a laughing emoji, and a note about the bet Bueckers had made with Reese. In the clip, a visibly surprised Bueckers can be heard questioning whether she actually agreed to it, before shrugging it off and standing by the bet anyway. For a brief window, this was just a cute, human moment in a marketing calendar. And then the internet did what the internet always does, it looked closer. Because here's the problem. Under the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement, any player found to have wagered, directly or indirectly, on the outcome of a WNBA game can face fines, suspension, or even disqualification from the league entirely, at the sole discretion of the commissioner. That's not a vague guideline. That's written policy, the same policy every player is trained on every single season. And the league's own account had just posted video evidence of two of its stars appearing to do exactly that. It didn't take long for the backlash to build. Fans, gambling analysts, and sports media accounts began flagging the obvious contradiction. How does a league that requires annual anti-gambling training for its players turn around and promote a video of two players seemingly breaking that exact rule? The WNBA deleted the post. But the internet had already screenshotted it, downloaded it, and re-uploaded it dozens of times over. You cannot delete your way out of a video that's already been captured by thousands of phones. Why this story refused to die? If this had just been a quiet, quickly deleted post with no fallout, it might have disappeared in a day. But it didn't disappear, because of what happened next on the court, and what happened next in the league's statement. The Dream trailed by 15 points at one stage of that Wednesday night game against the Wings, before storming back to steal a one-point win, 82-81. Reese finished with 22 points and 12 rebounds. Bueckers put up 16 points and 6 assists. And immediately, the internet did the math. Reese's team had won, which meant, bet or no bet, joke or no joke, she was the one who'd technically be collecting. That's when things got even messier, because Reese didn't let it go. In the aftermath of the win, she referenced getting her money, joking about being paid through Apple Pay. Whether it was ever meant to be taken seriously or not, it kept the story alive at exactly the moment the league needed it to quietly fade away. So what did the WNBA actually do about it? A league spokesperson eventually broke their silence, releasing a statement acknowledging that while the post was intended to be lighthearted, the league recognized it had missed the mark. They confirmed the post was removed shortly after publishing and that the matter was addressed internally. The statement went on to note that the league would use the moment as an opportunity to re-emphasize with the players involved that even joking conversations about wagering on WNBA games can carry real consequences. Reporters quickly asked the obvious follow-up question: would Bueckers and Reese actually be punished? According to reporting from the Associated Press, the answer was no. No fines. No suspensions. No disqualification. Just an internal conversation and a deleted tweet. The double standard nobody could ignore. And that's where the real controversy took root, not in the original bet itself, but in how differently this was treated compared to other leagues' handling of gambling violations. This is a subject other major sports leagues have treated as close to sacred as anything in professional sports. Baseball's all-time hits leader was banned from the sport for life, permanently, after it was found he had bet on games while managing his own team, a ban that has held for decades despite his eventual passing, with no sign of it being lifted posthumously. It remains one of the most unbending precedents in American sports history. More recently, the NBA handed down a lifetime ban to Toronto Raptors player Jontay Porter in 2024, after an investigation found he had shared confidential information with bettors and limited his own playing time to influence prop bet outcomes, a case that sent shockwaves through the entire league and reinforced just how zero-tolerance modern gambling enforcement is supposed to be. Even outside of players betting on their own outcomes, leagues have shown they don't play games with this issue. When a prominent NFL wide receiver was found to have placed bets on NFL games, not even games he was participating in, since he was away from his team at the time, he was suspended for an entire season. No exceptions. No leniency for the fact that he wasn't betting on himself. So when the WNBA's own social media account posted footage of two active players seemingly agreeing to a wager on their own head-to-head matchup, and the league's response amounted to an internal conversation with no formal punishment, plenty of fans and commentators were left asking a simple question: are the rules actually rules, or are they just suggestions that only apply when it's convenient? What this means for a league trying to prove itself. Here's why the timing makes this so much more painful for the WNBA than it might have been in a quieter year. This league has spent the last several seasons fighting for a permanent seat at the table of major American professional sports. Record-breaking rookie debuts, soaring television ratings, and a wave of new investment and media attention had finally started shifting the conversation. For the first time in years, the WNBA wasn't just being covered as a niche story, it was being talked about as a legitimate, growing business. And into that moment walked a self-inflicted controversy that had absolutely nothing to do with officiating, or scheduling, or any of the usual growing pains of a rapidly expanding league. This one was entirely of the league's own making. Nobody leaked this footage. Nobody caught the players off guard with a hidden camera. The league's own account filmed it, edited it, captioned it, and hit publish. That's the part that stings the most for a league trying to be taken seriously. This wasn't a scandal that happened to the WNBA. It was a scandal the WNBA built for itself, then tried to quietly erase once it realized how it looked. So what happens from here? The video is gone from the league's official page, but the internet doesn't forget nearly as easily as a delete button suggests. Screenshots and re-uploads are still circulating. Commentators are still dissecting the league's decision not to formally punish either player. And every time this story resurfaces, it reopens the same uncomfortable question: what exactly is the WNBA's gambling policy worth if the league itself is willing to look the other way when it's their own social media team breaking it? For Bueckers and Reese, this will likely blow over without any lasting professional consequence. The league has made that much clear. But for a league office trying to convince players, sponsors, broadcasters, and federal regulators that it takes the integrity of its product seriously, this is the kind of moment that lingers a lot longer than a single news cycle. Because the next time a gambling story touches the WNBA, and in an era of legalized sports betting on every corner, there will be a next time. Everyone watching will remember exactly how the league handled this one. If this story surprised you, you're not alone, and there's a lot more digging we could do into how sports leagues actually enforce their own rules versus how they say they do. Let us know in the comments what you think the league should have done differently, and if you want more breakdowns like this one, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what we cover next.